Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto channel. We are live this Friday morning. What a day, man. What a dump yesterday, right? What a dump. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to dive in. We're going to try to figure out what in the heck is going on here. Let's see who we got in the chats. Max. Morning. Ryan Hansen, brother. Good to have you back, man. You've been here all week, man. I'm glad to have you in. Salt Chain, good morning. Hawkborn, hola, bonjour. I speak French. Did y'all know that? I took 9 years of French. I'm originally from Louisiana, and I'm old. I'm 44. But back when I was coming up, you could choose. I don't know where it is everywhere else in the country, but you could choose starting in, I think, 4th grade, whether you wanted to take French or Spanish. That's all they offered in elementary school. In Louisiana, you had to take it like every year. And so I just chose French and took 9 years of French. Believe that. It's true. So if y'all ever want to go to France with me, I could get us around. They'd have to slow it down. You know, they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm not making fun of them, but they, yeah, it is. They talk really fast. I would have to be, I'd tell them to slow it down. But I could get us around. I could navigate us. Thanos, what's up? John the Mod. Uh-oh, we got a long one here from John. Let's see what he says. I don't think we pumped that much, guys. I'm in that 90 to 93K group. Speaking of which, we got a poll in the chat. If you guys will hit that poll up, I'm curious to see what you think. Sean says, I'm thinking Babylon is within the next week or two. What do you guys think? Hawkborn says, I'm with you, John. Not looking great. We're going to dive into that, guys. I have an opinion on that. We're going to dive into that in a little bit, but hit up that poll. And let me know if you have anything else, any other housekeeping, any other things you're curious about. I was a little less active in Discord yesterday, guys. 2 reasons. Number one, we have 2 houses. One's a larger piece of property and a larger house, and we're there. And so we were doing some things around there, and that extra little property is thanks to Mr. Bitcoin and trading, guys. So if you want to own 2 pieces of property, you should get in the VIP Discord and take my trades. Just kidding. You should never take anyone's trades. But we do have a high success rate, and we hit our dang green and red boxes. And when we hit them hard and heavy, and we make some money. But another reason is there just wasn't anything to do. You can't short this. You can't short it. Clearly you can't short it. So you're only looking for longs. People who short bottoms, assuming this is near the bottom, for now, temporary bottom, you can't short into the bottom, so you're looking for longs, and there were just no bounces. Believe me, we tried. There were several lows down here. You can see I took them off because they're gone now, but let's remark them. I'll show you. We had the swing low there. We had the swing low there. And we tried both of these. I tried both of these. We got SFPs on them, very weak, very, very weak SFPs on them. Weren't even really, no high or even medium time frame confirmed SFPs. They were just very low, like 1 minute, 3 minute, 6 minute, 12 minute, those types of things. But we did try them, and I did let you guys know when I took them. And we made a couple $1,000. Well, really, we're up 1,200 before all that started from the short we shorted. And then let's see, this one we were up. When I posted this, we were up. I was up 550, and then later I posted the second one. I was up $800. I got stopped out on those. One of them I made $300, and I think the other one I made $500. So, we made about $800 trying to long the SFPs. That it just wasn't happening. There was just no strength whatsoever. At one point, I even posted, we had, they had, let's see, this one, it was a little short. I don't know where I posted it, but the buyers had late shorters trapped, and it was looking good. I mean, good. Let me show you. I was watching CVD. I know I posted this. Didn't I post this? Anybody remember me posting that yesterday? I want to show you this CVD. I swear I thought I posted this. I don't guess I posted the CVD chart, but I did say longs are stepping in, shorts about to be trapped. if Bitcoin gets above 85.6K, this could rip to the upside, guys. If it got above 85.6, that was on one of these bounces. They had shorts absolutely trapped. There were an enormous amount of shorts came in at the what was the very bottom at that time, and they had these guys absolutely trapped. And I'm trying to show you that right now. It was right here. It was right here, guys. They had shorts absolutely trapped. A whole bunch of shorts piled in right here. And as soon as they did on this wick right here, let me zoom in on this wick right here, all these shorts just piled in, and they ripped it back to the upside. And I said, oh, there they are. I was watching the order book, and they had them trapped. And I knew that these guys had most likely put their stops right above that, about 85.6, 85.7K. And when I had posted that, we were like right here. And they were going for it, this vector candle. I said, if they can get above this, all of these are fixing to be wiped out. And they were absolutely fixing to rip this, at least back up to test the breakdown area here, about 87, 88, 80, about 88K. But they came up to 85,593, and man, they just ran out of steam, and the bears pushed it back down. But they had these guys locked and loaded. They missed this by about $30 from just absolutely wiping these guys out and ripping to the upside. I was hanging on. I think we made like $800 on that trade right there. As soon as they turned it back around, we changed market structure here on the 1 minute. I took profit and got stopped out at entry. So, that was close. That was close. That was close. That was going to be a good one, too. So close. But if you're watching that, if you're watching CVD and you see that they get guys like this trapped, you have to know where their stop losses or liquidation points are. And almost always, most traders, are going to put it above the last high, right? The most recent kind of, I don't want to call this a swing high, but you know what I'm talking about. They're not, if they're decent traders, they're not going to put it way up here. You know, that's ridiculous. They're just going to put it right here because they know if you come above that, you're fixing to recover all this. So you're going to stop them out or liquidate them right there. And so you got to know, like, okay, we got these trapped. Where do we got to get before we rip? And until then, you got to use good risk management because just like yesterday, they could not break that level and never liquidate these guys, and they didn't. So you got to use good risk management. But if you could break this level where you know they're trapped, then just let it rip for a little bit, okay? At least until your next resistance area, which is very clearly this area right here. We just couldn't get it. We couldn't get it, guys. So anyway, I just said forget it. We're going to work around the house, and that's what happened. Ryan is waiting for the 80K low to get taken. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a second, guys. We are close. Guys, tomorrow is the end of the month. And we've been talking about this for over a month. I know you're tired of hearing about Babylon. I know. But if one thing you're going to have to admit is you will not be underprepared for this because we have talked about it ad nauseum. Okay, guys? And I'm going to show you where I think we are with that. U.S. market's opening here in a couple minutes. I'll be honest, guys. I'm really not looking for a trade this morning. I'll take one if it presents, but this is just danger zone. This is like ready to get wrecked. I'll tell you two things. The only two trades I would take. So we got an Asia high. Let's drop down to the 1 hour. We've got an Asia high here, right? I got it marked out, about 83.3. If we take that, if we SFP that, would look for a short. And even then, I'm not looking for 50K, okay? I would just call it a scalp short. You just can't short the bottom, okay? So I would look for that, and it's not to say we can't absolutely nuke, right? But I wouldn't look for that because we should have a little upside coming, a little relief. But I would look for this if we got the reaction, if we get the divergences, and if we confirm the SFP, and then back down. I'll tell you the two scenarios that let me go to the better chart, more zoomed out chart. So, and I'm going to have to show you some other charts to confirm this. But, well, number one, all we're really doing, if you want to zoom out, is we've come down and we've taken the macro value area range. We've taken the low, and we've SFP'd it. So if you're following the law of the volume profile, we came down, we confirmed swing failure pattern on the daily time frame of the value area low, which should mean move back to point of control. And if you can get above that, then value area high, right? But you also have to know where you are in the market as far as market timing, and this is just not a good time to take that trade, in my opinion. First of all. Second of all, we did not take this wick low right here. We just slightly front ran it, which I don't like, and I know you can do that, but I don't like it. So one of two things, okay? I think, and all this will be confirmed tomorrow with the daily close, but I think if we come up from here, little retrace, wherever it stops, okay? Go ahead and weigh in on the poll. We'll figure out what you think. I think if we come up now, I think it's over. Boom. Game over, okay? That's it. That's it. That's it. And I will not trade this. I'm not trading that leg right there. I would trade this, right? Or I think a better scenario is to go ahead and come down here, take this, okay, swing failure pattern this. Then I would be interested in a trade back to somewhere up in here. I don't know where. We're going to discuss that in a minute. Don't pay attention to the lines. The lines are not indicative of my price target or my timing. I would like to see them move down, take that, and then I'd feel better about taking a long trade. But as is, I'm not willing to long from here. Okay, guys? I would long if we took this low and got the divergences and the reaction. Otherwise, I'm on short watch only. Babylon short watch to be more specific. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Any more on that crypto bill? So they passed, the Senate voted to pass the crypto bill, but it's only phase one. I want to say there's 2, maybe 3 phases, so it is not official. It is really hot in here. I need to go turn the heat down in a minute. It's not official, so it is not made into law or whatever, but it did pass. Basically, they vote to decide if they can vote on it. And they voted yes to do the final vote on it. So whatever that means. That's how weak the market is right now. That was ultra bullish news, and the market didn't react at all. I mean, you got like a baby pump of about $500 when the news was released, and then it rolled right back over. So absolutely, that is where we are in the market, guys, and you have to know that when macro bullish news like that, macro bullish news can't even pump the market. Okay? So any long you take, in my opinion, you need to treat as a scalp, not as a runner. If you catch a runner, great. If I'm wrong, great. But that told me all I needed to know about where we are in the cycle yesterday. When that came out, and literally price, I don't remember what time it came out. I posted it for you guys. I really don't remember where it came out. Probably right in here. And probably like right here, I think. Yeah, about 2 o'clock or so yesterday. It just went whoop, like a move up. Like, oh, gosh, that was bullish. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's how weak the market is, guys. A lot of fear in the markets. The U.S. market is open. Let's see if they take this Asia high. See if they take the high. You have a nice looking little ascending triangle here, but I'm not taking this long. There's nothing that can make me long from here because we front ran this. I'm going to show you another level we front ran also in a minute. And when we come up, so not yet, but go ahead and get something ready to write down. I'm going to teach you something that most people don't know, okay? Let's give this just a few minutes. Guys, if you give me 1 second, I got to go turn the heat down. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Did we take the high? It kind of looks like we did. I can't tell. It's really close. We did not take the high. We did not take it. Did we? 294. No, we did not take it. We missed it by $4. They might come back for it. If we get the reaction, we might could take a trade here. But this is danger zone. I'm telling you guys, this is danger zone. We got some good things to talk about, though, guys. All is not lost. We have a massive trade coming up, guys. Massive trade. I'm going to set alert on this high. If we come back to it, we'll look for the reaction. Got my KCEX loaded up. 10 grand on here on this one. John's not too optimistic. Yeah. We're going to look at this poll in just a second. One more second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. We're waiting for 8:45 anyway, but give me one more second. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I should be back for good now. My fault. We're coming up to that high. Let's see if we take it. If we take it, we want the instant reaction. I'm looking for divergences, and I am looking for a confirmed SFP. We took this a little bit of baby high, but not the Asia high yet. Let's see what we get, guys. All right, we just took it. Did we get the reaction? Not yet. We don't really have the divergences we would like either. This could be the fake move. Gosh, I don't like this nearly as much. I really was hoping the U.S. would fake us out to the downside, and they still could. We got 845 coming out, but we're not seeing the divergences. You might get a money flow crossover into the green here, which would be bad for a short trade, guys. You got Bjorn, maxed out volatility. Stochastic head to the upside. This is the U.S. We still do not even have a 1 minute confirmed SFP yet, guys. This is not the reaction you really want to see for a potential scalp short. You have that ascending triangle just broke out of. This could, if not for New York shenanigans where they might reverse this to the downside, this would normally be kind of a breakout long type situation. We're about to invalidate. If you go a little bit higher, you're going to invalidate this 6 minute bearish divergence also. We got some good things to talk about today, guys. I just know a lot of you like to get in a trade. I just don't think this is the one, guys. If we can S&P this, maybe. Got a little money flow fake out, green to red here. Should we take a shot, guys? Let's take a little shot. I'm short. Up $100. Gonna lock in a little profit. Lock in your profit quick, guys. Uh-oh, what did I do? What did I do? Lock in your profit quick, guys. Got my profit locked in, about to get stopped out. I'm stopped out. All right. It's just not the trade, guys. It's not the trade. It can still come down, but it doesn't look good. This thing is not looking too good, guys. Okay. All right, sorry. All right, we'll come back to this. Let's set an alert, see if we come back. This thing looks like it wants a little bit higher, though. Asia high is gone. We'll leave it on there for now. Guys, we got to take a look at things. Look, first of all, I want you to write this down, okay? I'm going to teach you something that most of you probably don't know, and I don't mean that to be offensive. Salt chain is still not 845 yet. You want to wait till 845? You want to see if we get the reversal at 845? Let's do that. It's less than 2 minutes away. Let's do that. Then I want to show you something that I want you to write down. So we'll come back to this. It's going to be something important that can help you, especially on the macro. Especially on the macro. U.S. getting that move to the upside, that breakout of the ascending triangle. Salt chain wants to do that. Salt chain wants that 845 trade. It's coming up in about 1 minute. We'll see if they reverse. They started out 830 with the vector candle to the upside. We'll see what they do. You got to come in 1 minute, guys. That's our alert for 1 minute. Hey, that's good you didn't get in with me before. We just made like $40 and got stopped out. So, you know, that's good. You had to be quick on that one. We knew it wasn't a very great setup, so. I'll show you that P&L card in a minute. I think it was like $40. I'll show you that P&L card in a minute. We got 8:45 here in 20 seconds. Let's see if they rip this thing one way or the other. We're on the 1 minute time frame. It's looking like it wants upside. All right, it's 8:45. The U.S. has got a lot to reverse if they want to come up. They got all this, y'all. All this imbalance up here, all the way up to 87, almost 88K. We dropped down a 3-minute time frame. There's just nothing here, guys. There's just nothing here. I mean, it could come back, but there's nothing here. You got a really big vector candle on the 24-minute, though. They'll probably come get it at some point, but there's just nothing here, guys. This is not tradable. Max says, can we get this baby pump over with already? I'm ready for the Babylon trade. Yeah, same. Me too. Me too. It's coming. We're about to talk about that in just 1 minute. I'm going to kind of watch this for another minute. There's no trade here, though, guys. There's no high probability trade here. I mean, you see it. We had the ascending triangle. They broke out of it. Could they come back? Yes, sure. This is just not tradable, in my opinion. Not something that I would want to touch. Anyway. Trying to come back a little now, but this is just, it's just not there. This is very low. This is coin flip. This is coin flip. Ryan's long silver. I don't know, man. I haven't looked at silver. I looked at it this morning. Wasn't it? It was crashing pretty good. I'd say crashing. It was dumping pretty good. It was correcting pretty good. It's massively overextended. I do know that. They're really just playing around here, guys. You do have a hammer candle, inverted hammer candle at the top here, guys. So, they could pull this thing back. Yeah, we could get rejected from here. I don't think this is the final pump. I would just really like to take this low. We're going to cover it. I know we're him-hawing around here right now, guys, but I do know that a lot of you folks like getting in trades here, so... Moving down a little bit now, guys. I want to show you that P&L card. I made more than I thought I made on that, by the way. I would get out of the way of these trades right now, though. And then we're going to move on. We made, oops, $119 on that little short trade. I'm using a larger account, though. Usually I trade on these morning things with about a $3,000 account. I have a $10,000 account in there right now because I'm ready for a big SFP trade. All right, let's move on. I want you to write this down, guys. Most people do not know this. Most people aren't familiar with this. Write this down. All right, so we're going to discuss fib levels primarily on the macro time frame, okay? Now, fibs can I just don't do fibs on the micro, the 1 minute time frame. It's just too much chop, who knows. But I'm going to teach you something about fibs on the macro time frame. So we're going to look at the fib from the all-time high to our macro swing low, which is right here about $80,000, right? And I've already got it drawn, but you can draw it on your chart too. And there it is, okay? Let me turn these swing levels off. All right, so I'm going to teach you this about fibs. I have the fib drawn from the all-time high to the macro swing low about 80K, okay? Now, we know our targets to the upside. You know, we're looking for the standard 382, the 618, 702, 786, things like that, okay? But what you may not know are the targets to the downside should you reject from one of those levels, okay? Now, I want you to write this down. Here you can see price came up. We actually front ran the 382, but let's call it close enough, okay? At about 98K, we front ran it by a few dollars. The target to the downside on that rejection is going to be the 0 fib, okay? That's the target from a 382 rejection. Now, should you have come up to the 0.5 fib, the target to that rejection would be the negative 0.272, okay? And should you reject from the golden pocket, the 618, then you're going to come down to the negative 618, which would be about 52K, okay? However, we rejected from the 382, and so our target for that is the 0 fib, which is $80,600, okay? We slightly front ran that yesterday and came down to about 81K. So we front ran that by about $400 or $500, which happens to be our wick low here, okay? We front ran that also. So this move to the downside is not finished. Now, that doesn't mean you can't come up a little bit and then come back down into it, okay? But technically, hitting this 0 fib would complete this correction to the downside, okay? Now, that doesn't mean we just automatically rip back to the upside. Again, we have to consider our timing of the cycle. So that could mean it is downside over for now, okay? Which is why I'm super interested in a swing failure pattern from here. Now, that doesn't mean you just wick this and then head back to the upside. You could come all the way down but not touch the 272. We would not expect to move down to 68K before a decent rally, okay? Because we did not come up to our golden pocket, okay? Had we come to the golden pocket, then we'd be expecting this move before a decent move back to the upside. Does that make sense, guys? All right, so you've got to know your fib targets to the downside or upside depending upon where you rejected or found support from on the initial macro move. All right, so we front ran this 0, which may be all we get because technically we did front run the 382, so it would make sense to front run this. I just don't think so. It doesn't look like U.S. is rejecting here, guys. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we want more downside, which is good. That means for all of you looking long, we should get another opportunity maybe today. If not today, probably Monday, okay? So what I'm going to look for is a tap of that 0 line, which is going to take out that wick right there. A reaction and divergence, okay? I want reaction and divergence, both high time frame, at least higher medium term time frame, and I'd really like a 1 minute divergence. Confirmed a swing failure pattern here to enter a long back up to the upside. Now, where do we go to the upside? Let's take a look at that. But before we take a look at that, let's look at the poll and see what you think before I tell you what I think. All right, so the poll question of the day was, where will Bitcoin bounce to before the final crash? 60% of you think 90 to 93K. 40% of you think 85 to 89K. Nobody thinks above 93K. Very good. Very, very good. I'll tell you what I think. But before I do that, let's talk about the monthly time frame, because all of this plays into where I think we're going to go, okay? You guys are well aware of our Babylon Watch, right? We're on Babylon Watch. We are on Babylon Watch. Let me go to the monthly. So it doesn't look like we're going to get our 2-day confirmation. It doesn't look like we're going to get that 2-day Babylon signal. But we will 100% get the monthly signal. Ooh, I should have stayed in that short trade. Look at the 845 reversal. Did I tell you guys, never, ever, 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 ever take the 835 false move. Always look for the, 830 false move. Always look for the 845 real move. That's very tradable, even if it's just a scalp trade, okay? I just wasn't touching it today. We're just in a dangerous, dangerous area right now, guys. That's it. This is not normal chop area, day-to-day, normal price action. This is borderline free fall mode over the last couple days. So I just didn't want to touch it. I'm looking for bigger right now, okay? I know a lot of you are scalpers. I'm a scalper. I'm just looking for macro right now. All right. So as you can see, I'm on the monthly on the right. You can see it. I'll zoom in if you can't see. We have already gotten the monthly 5 crossover the 13, okay? It's already done, but it is not confirmed. It will confirm with tomorrow's closure, okay? Now, what confirms this? As long as price closes tomorrow below $86,500, then we will have a confirmed Babylon signal. Not Babylon entry, though, but will be confirmed in Babylon. So what do we look for? What do we look for? Do we just short? Like tomorrow, if we close right here at 83K, do we just fire off a short? I mean, because we got the confirmed signal. You can. You certainly can, but I'm not, okay? I would look for a retracement, continuation down entry, okay? And now that we are all very familiar with this Babylon and the things we're looking for as far as Babylon being game on, we have to talk more in depth of where we can look for this retrace, because every single time we've gotten a little retrace, it's never a big one, it's a little one. So we should not. Let's preface all this with, just because we did it in the past doesn't mean we're going to do it this time or in the future, but we're going to use that past information and try to glean what's going to happen this time. It doesn't mean we just blind enter when we go to these targets. We look for our confirmation, we look for our divergences, we look for our money flow crossovers, we look for swing failure patterns, things like that. And I'm going to walk you through in the VIP Discord when I take this trade and why I take this trade, so that if you do take this trade, you will have the same confidence and reasons for the confidence that I have. So if you want to get in this trade where we're going to make, guys, I'm not bluffing you when I tell you we're going to shoot for $150,000 to $200,000 profit on this trade, okay? And I'm not bluffing you. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to show it live. However, the VIP Discord will be the only ones that get the live video as I enter my trade. So they will know exactly when I enter. And if you want to be a part of that, flashbang, go to anthonyleecrypto.com right now. Go there right now. Mark it out. Come back, and up here at the top, you can join the VIP Discord from there. Just go there. We offer one-on-one mentorship, all that kind of good stuff. Now, where will I be taking this trade? I'll be taking this trade on 2 trades. I'm going to split it into 2 different trades. One, I'm going to take it on KCEX, KCEX trading.com. You can go there, or my affiliate links below. The lowest fees, and believe me, on a big trade like this, you want low fees. And I'm also going to take it, here comes the banner for you guys. I'm also going to take it on MEXC, MEXCtrading.us, okay? MEXCtrading.us, or affiliate link below. Trust me when I tell you, you want to do this on 2 exchanges, especially if you have a large amount of money that you're going to put in. 2 reasons. One of you guys who's already acknowledged, who's already fessed up, found out the hard way because you didn't listen to me. You don't want to be overly exposed to one website or one exchange just in case something happens. They hit you with a random KYC, which they do sometimes when you're making too much money, and they freeze your account. You don't have your entire account frozen. And this has happened to me. This happened to me on KCEX. And then I provided my information, and they unlocked my account. Everything was fine, but it took a few days, and I was frozen, okay? And it can happen on any exchange. But you don't want to have everything allocated there, because what if that happens? Or what if this exchange goes under, you know? FTX was the largest crypto exchange in the world. It wasn't some baby mom and pop shop, you know, in some storage locker in China. This was the largest one in the world, and it went under, as did everybody on it. Everybody trusted it. It was larger than Coinbase. So it can happen to anybody. You don't want to be fully exposed to that. Also, I prefer being able to do multiple trades. And if I'm in one trade on one exchange, a short trade on one exchange, I can't short anymore. That's it. I could long from that exchange, but I can't have 2 shorts open on the same exchange. So this way I can still long and short on the other exchange. So you want 2 exchanges. Just trust me. You want 2 exchanges, okay? But for me, I plan to enter 2 trades. One on one exchange that I'm going to protect it. My risk management was a good stop loss, but I'm going to let it run. I'm going to just let it run. I'm not going to take profit. I'm not going to do anything until we're down to near my target area, okay? But what I don't want to do is get up on this trade $50,000, $60,000 in profit and then come back and get stopped out at break even and I make nothing. So I'm going to run 2 trades on 2 different exchanges. The one I'm going to let ride. I'm trying to let it ride, make $150,000, $200,000. And the other one, somewhere along the way, I'm going to take a good, hefty profit. That way, if I do come back and get stopped out on the other account at break even, I've at least secured, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $25,000, whatever it is, in profit on the other one. So I at least make something. And then I'll look to re-enter if that happens. But I don't want to do all of this drama and walk away at break even. So 2 trades, 2 exchanges, MEXCtrading.us, KCEXtrading.com. I've also pinned a link in the chat for KCEX. Okay, guys, Salt Chain took profit at $98. You shorted. You shorted. I did too. I made 100 and something bucks. Hawkborn, yeah. As far as I could tell, Salt Chain and I were the only ones that got in on that. I'm surprised Max didn't get in on it. All right, guys. Salt Chain said opportunity presented itself. Max said he did. I knew you did. $60 profit. Good job, brother. Good job. Okay, so now let's go back to what we were talking about with the Babylon trade. Where. All right, so if we close tomorrow, which is looking very likely below 86.5, it is Babylon game on, guys. Okay, that's it. Don't care what anybody else tells you. That's it. I'm not fixing to roll back through all the cycles in history, but just trust me and go look for yourself if you don't believe me. Every time we've gotten this confirmed cross, you have never come back above. That was it. That was it. That was it. It was down only, other than a couple of little, you know, like little baby pumps. It was down only until you reach the bottom, period. Every single cycle, okay? No exceptions. Not even close. So let's look at what has happened in the past as far as when you got the signal. Do you enter now? Do you wait? And I'm going to go on the left chart over here with the weekly time frame, okay? Let's see what we can figure out, okay? Let's go back to 2014, cycle 1. All right. You got, first of all, let me mark these out for you guys. I thought I already had this marked out. But I guess I don't. I thought it. All right, so I'm on the monthly time frame. I'm going to mark out the monthly cross. You got the cross there. This won't take but a second, guys. Got the cross there. Got the cross there. I don't know what all this is. We're going to turn that off. All right, that's 2022. All right, so now let's drop to the weekly time frame. Let's go look at all of these signals. And this is important, guys, because you're going to want a good entry, okay? So we got this cross at the opening of May, okay? So right here, the end of April, opening of May. This is where we got the monthly cross, right in here, okay? This is where we got the monthly cross, okay? This would actually be May 1st right here. So I'm going to move it over one. Okay, so this one right here is where we got the cross. This is the opening of May. Got the cross, got the confirmed cross at the end of April. The opening of May, it was confirmed. Where did we run to? I'm on the weekly time frame. We ran back almost to the weekly 13. Almost. We front ran it, okay? Almost. We did get a move up of about 4%, almost to the weekly 13. And this is the best I can find, guys. Almost. Okay, let's go back and look at 2018. All right, so green vertical line is where we got the cross. That is October the 1st, so I'm going to move the green line. So we got the confirmed cross at the end of September. It was confirmed as October opened, okay? Where did we run to? This took 2 weeks. Okay, I'm on a weekly time frame. We go back and look at how many days this took, but this took about 2 weeks. We came up above the weekly 13, but barely, okay? Barely. We never closed above the 5. At no point in time, period, after the cross did we close above the weekly 5. Period, okay? All right, so we came back about a 5% move. So the other one was 4%. This one was 5% move to the upside. SFP, the weekly 13, and the 5, and that was it, okay? Let's go back and look at 2014. And then I'm going to narrow this down to days. It's on weeks right now, but weeks can be misleading. So we got the cross right here. This one actually came up quite a good bit. But I really don't count 2014 as much. 2014, I mean, this was back when Bitcoin was like $300. And to me, it's just less relevant. But the point is, you never closed back above the weekly 13, right? You never closed back above the weekly 13. Within 2 weeks, you came up and ran the weekly 13. You came down. I realized you got the big pump here later. But I discount this so much more, okay? It's just not relevant price action. You can't compare a $300 asset to a $100,000 asset. It is just not relevant. The market was just different. So let's focus a little more over here, and let's drop down to the daily time frame. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. All right, we're going to go to first to 2022. I know it seems scattered, but we're going somewhere with this. All right, 2022. Here's where we got the drop down, right? May 1st, which is right. I'm going to move this over to May 1st. Right there, May 1st. So within the daily, we rallied up halfway in between the 13 and the 55 on the daily, okay? Remember, that was just shy of the weekly 13, which is my target, by the way. But we're halfway between the daily 13, and you can see the very next daily candle, we SFP'd both of these, the daily 13 and the daily 5. That is an absolute phenomenal entry, okay? So if you're looking for an entry, the daily SFP of the 5 and 13, and you never even came close to it again. You never even came close, okay? Let's go back to 2018. And we're going to ignore 2014 because it's just irrelevant, in my opinion. All right, 2014, I'm going to move this over to October 1st, which is where you officially got the cross. And you came back up to, again, daily 55 right there. You wicked that, and when you had this little crazy wick right here out of nowhere, which could happen. That's why we're going to protect ourselves. The high, one thing that does have in common, all of these have in common, including 2014, is you never came back above that last swing high right there. Never, never. Even this one that came close. So if you're going to have a stop loss, it's got to be above that last swing high. But same thing, you came up, you danced around all this. When you closed, when you SFP'd that daily 5 and 13, that was it, okay? Straight down, other than this one wick, which would have been a scary one. I do admit it would have been scary, but that was it. That was game over. Straight to the downside. This would have been a scary one. However, I'm good with that, as long as our stop is above the previous high. So, what does that mean for us here? Go back to the weekly, and we'll look at the 13 on the weekly, which can be a pretty good target for us, which is going to be right. Let's mark it out. As of now, here. But, of course, this will update on Sunday. It'll come down a little bit. Probably, let's see, the last drop was, see how far the last drop was. About $1,500. So let's assume it's about another $1,500. That's going to put it down to like 90.8K. So the weekly 13 should be somewhere about there. Okay, on Sunday. That's where your weekly 13 should come. So we're looking for a move up, and your 55. Let's mark that out. Should move down to about 95K. Okay. We're looking for a move anywhere in here to about 90.8 to about 95K at the absolute most. That's what I'm looking for, okay? And then we'll drop to the daily. The daily 55, you did not get above on any other time frame. So daily 55 is coming in about 90.9K. It'll drop. Dropped $300 last time. So it's going to drop to about right here. Your daily 55 is going to be somewhere right about there. So our target, my target is going to be right around 90.8K. Okay? Let's see, come up, take that out. As soon as we SFP this, if we even get to it, that's where I'm looking. Now let's go back and look at our main chart and see if there's anything, any confluence there around 90.8K. And I know it was tough walking through that. I read it in my head. I got it, I promise. And we're not going to blind enter there, though. We're looking for certain things, okay? All right, what do we got here? 90.8K-ish. Look at there, guys. Got a dang red box. Got our last swing high. Got a couple swing highs, but got our last real swing high. We got the point of control right around 91K, guys. Looking for 98, 90.8, 91K, somewhere in there. That is my target, guys. Which is going to be right about there. Still a blue line on that to make it thick. Right in there, guys. We're going to fib it too. So from our 98K high, assuming this is the low, right in there, guys, golden pocket area. Golden pocket, you see, just barely higher, golden pocket area. And actually, let me turn this magnet off. If we came down a little lower and took out this zero fib or 80K little swing low here, if we came and took that out, let's just say we just barely kind of took it out and went to like 80K. Then that puts you right in the golden pocket, guys. Right in the golden pocket right there. That's target, 91K. Somewhere right around 91K. That's my target, guys. It lines up with the EMAs on the daily, weekly, and monthly. Your fib, your golden pocket fib is going to be right there. Your point of control is right there. And you take out these two last two swings right here. These last two swing highs. I don't think we come for the 98K anymore. I was looking for 99.5, but you've never even come close to that high after you've gotten that monthly EMA crossover. So best case scenario, guys, which I would like to see, is something like this, okay? And it could take up to 2 weeks. It's never taken longer than 2 weeks. Most of the time, it hasn't even taken a week. That's still a big move, though, guys, from current price. It's still almost a 10% move. The only way I would take it is if we SFP the zero line, though, this 90 or this 80K-ish, 80.5, 80 point, whatever this is, 80.6K. That's the only way I would look for that long trade. If it goes from here, it goes without me. Anybody have any questions on that? Anybody have any different opinion on that? I'd love to hear it. I'm open to other suggestions. But historically speaking, price action, this is the closest I can come up with how it's performed every time except for 2014. Also with current price action and your swing levels here and your golden pocket here and your point of control here, not point of control, this macro range, okay, not this, but your point of control of this like 4 month range we've been in. That point of control is right in there. This is the best. This is it. This is the closest I can come up with. But I wouldn't blind enter this trade. Again, I'm going to look for the rejection. I'm going to look for the swing failure pattern of those EMAs. I'm going to look for the divergences, the more higher medium-term divergences. This is going to be such a big trade for me. I understand some traders trade with millions, so a $1 million trade is big for me, which is what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily looking for my 1 minute entry. I would rather price be down an extra percent or 0.5% or percent with a more medium-term time frame confirmation for me to enter this. I'm not just throwing $2,000 on this and I'm looking for a 1 minute entry and let's go, right? Okay, you follow me? So when you're risking more, to me, you want more confirmation. You want higher probability because I want to feel safer in my entry. If I get a 1 minute, I'm not on the 1 minute. Let's assume I am. If we come up here and I get a 1 minute divergence, yeah, that might be it. Or it might not be it because I didn't get my 4-hour divergence, right? This 1 minute, yeah, I like it day to day, but I don't like it on a move where I'm looking for a 30-40% move to the downside. I want better for me. But those of you that follow me in this, which you shouldn't do, I'm not responsible. Just know that when I enter, it will be with high probability confirmations. I'm not entering on a 1 minute time frame. I would like the 1 minute to be there also, but I'm not entering on that. Questions on this, guys? I know some of you are taking this trade. I know several of you at least have confirmed to me you intend to take this trade. So if you have questions, now's the time. We get the monthly close tomorrow, and while I don't expect much over the weekend, this could happen next week. The week after at the absolute latest, in my opinion. And you know Bitcoin can get back up there that quick. Just look at, made it from here to here in 5 days. So it absolutely could do that. It could do it faster than that. You know how there are a ton of trapped shorts right here. Ton. So this thing gets up and moving and they liquidate these. Gunpowder, man. Gunpowder. This thing could go fast. But that's all it will be. That is all it will be is gunpowder liquidations, running out of steam to roll over. I already know it. I don't even have to see it happen. Of course, I'll look at order flow when that happens, but I know it because you get the spike from the gunpowder liquidations, but to continue that, you need buyers to step in. And I know based upon the reaction we got in the last 24 hours that there are no buyers right here. There are no buyers. So I don't anticipate buyers stepping in if we get a $2,000 move to the upside. I just don't see it happening. So to me, liquidations and then down. As no buyers step in, you get what you can get out of liquidations and you roll over. Right? Am I going to do any kind of live for the close tomorrow? Probably not. Maybe. If things are dancing around, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's Saturday, though. It's usually very boring. But I could go live. Does anybody want to go live tomorrow for the close? I know it's Saturday. But it is a big close, an important close. If you want to go live tomorrow around the daily close, put a 1 in chat. If you don't, Thanos ready for the big bucks. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. John says, no question. We're just waiting. I'm definitely taking this trade. This is a good trade, guys. This is a good trade. This is a big trade. You don't get these trades very much. Yeah, if it's boring, price action, no stress. If we're getting any kind of movement whatsoever tomorrow, let's go to lower time frame. If we're getting any kind of movement whatsoever tomorrow, I doubt we do. But if we are, I mean, just like anything. Again, for this to matter, we have to get back above 86.5, which is right here, buy bit value area low. So that's already significant resistance, right? Value area low of KCEX. It's value area low for just about everybody. Of this range we've been in for the last 4 months, not the macro range. The macro value area lows are right here. We've already SSP'd those. So this is going to be significant resistance. So to get above, first of all, to get to this $3,000 move up and then break through it on a Saturday would take a freaking miracle. I don't see any way that we don't get this confirmed cross tomorrow. But again, that is not entry signal. What it'll probably look like, I don't even think we get back up to this level by tomorrow, but what it'll probably look like is something like this over the next week. Over the next week, you're going to bang, 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 bang. Come into the point of control. Bang, 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 bang. Come up here. This is the buy bit point of control, by the way. I just have it as POC. It's the buy bit point of control. Come up the buy bit point of control. Take out these 2 wicks. Swing failure pattern this. Down. That's probably what it's going to look like. And this is probably going to take about a week. And what I want to see, this is the 4-hour time frame, okay? 4-hour, fire. What I want to see on Cypher, Let me clear this up. Let's go to the 4 hour here. A little more clear chart. So you see our target in blue, right? Blue line target. What I want to see is this. I want to see this on the 4 hour time frame. I don't really care what happens here. I don't care if we come take this and then go, or if we just go straight from here. I would like to take this because I would like to long this. That's a big move. If we even get way back up there, okay? Let's just start with that. If we even get way back up there. But let's assume we do, because historically that's about where we should go. All right, assume we take it from here. We come, take that, right, and then go. So what I want to see, boom, higher highs and price action. Higher highs here also. Let's delete that first line. Okay, and I want to see this. Just like that. Lower lows on my momentum. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see on the 4 hour time frame. I'd like to see it on as many time frames as I can get, but I definitely want it on at least the 4 hour time frame. Daily would be beautiful if we could get that on the daily. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, if we get this on the daily, guys, that would be great. Let's look at 8 hour. You probably don't even break zero line on the 8 hour. Yeah, probably 4 hours is going to be our only bet to get a good one. And that's okay. It's all it takes. We're already under the macro signals, macro bear signals. We got thick money flows in the red. Got the money flow cross. We've talked about this extensively on the weekly. We were looking for this. We were planning for this. Got the money flow cross. Confirmed money flow cross. Headed deeper. It's already confirmed, but it's headed deeper with this week. So if we stay low like this, we should have a continuation deeper, but it's already heading deeper. Check out 2 week. Still in the green. 10-day trending out. You guys see it. I don't have to sell this to you. You all know we're headed down. Everybody knows we're headed down. I will caution you. You're going to hear people, if you're watching other YouTubers, you are going to hear people. Let's go to the daily. I guarantee you're going to hear people. I've already heard it. I already heard it this morning. That are going to say, and look, they might be right. They might be right. I might be wrong. They're going to say, oh, macro range going all the way back to November of 2024. You know, this is a year and a half range, and it is. Okay? You're going to hear people saying, okay, we just SFP'd the low, value area low. Law of development profile, here we go. 96K incoming, then 107K incoming. Break that. You're going to hear people talking about this. Filling the range again. You're going to hear that, guys. Don't fall for that. I'm telling you guys, they're going to mislead you. They're going to get you wrecked. They may genuinely believe it. I don't think they're trying to mislead you. They just don't have any comprehension, in my opinion, of where we are in this cycle. If this were a year ago, I'd say absolutely. Cool, let's long this back up to 107 for sure. Let's take profit here at 97K, point of control. Absolutely, I'm game. I would already be in a long right here because we swing failure pattern this. I'd be long right now. We're not there in the cycle, guys. And do I even need to point out the big Captain Obvious on this chart, guys? Do I? The big freaking head and shoulders that we're about to break down from. And I'm not even a pattern guy. But this is so obvious it's not even funny. Furthermore, it looks identical to last cycle. Here it is, last cycle. Right here at the top. Identical. Head, shoulder, breakdown. Gone, guys. It looks identical. So, that is the only reason I am not long right now. Although I would still take a long. I'm going to tell you again, I would still take a long if we come back down today or Monday or the weekend, today or that, and swoop this with the reactions. I would long this because I do think we have this coming. Okay, I'm just not longing here with this little front run. Low probability. Can happen, but it's low probability. All right, Salt Chain and Ryan want me to go live tomorrow at close. I'm traveling back from our house number 2 tomorrow. So if I get back in time for the close, I'll go live. It'll probably be short. It'll probably be brief. You ever see what my setup looks like? I know a couple of you have. This is house number 2 setup. I posted this yesterday. You see my screens. I trade with 3 screens here. Got the lights back here. There's lights on the other side too, but I have 3 screens. It's a little short video I posted yesterday. We have a series of these coming out. This is our house number 2 room where I get my trading in and my filming. I'm facing a green screen. On this short video, I'm facing a green screen. But as I'm sitting here right now, I'm facing these big monitors. That's how I watch you guys. That's how I trade for you guys. I usually keep my KCEX or MEXC pulled up on this one over here on by the microphone. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know why. I just do. Any questions, guys? Anybody want me to take a look at anything for them? Don't even say altcoins. Those suckers are dead in the water. If we get this, if you're holding altcoins, I would encourage you. I'm not your financial advisor. But if we do get this little rally that we're looking for, guys, don't believe anybody that's telling you there's an alt season coming. If we get this rally, if you don't sell into this rally, if you don't sell at our Babylon entry signal, in my opinion, you're fixing a round trip your altcoins 80 to 90% to the downside. And why? Why? Think about this. Think about this. I don't know what you're holding in altcoin bags. Let me make up a number. Let's say you're holding $20,000 worth of alts, okay? Let's say you bought an altcoin at $1. So you put in 20 grand and right now it's at, or let's say you put in, you bought it at $1, you put in 40 grand. I'm just making up numbers. I don't care. You can do the percentage math. Let's say you bought it at $1, and now you have $20,000 worth, okay? Your altcoin's fixing to go down 90%. Believe it, all right? So if you get this rally up and you're able to sell for 20 grand, a lot of you won't want to sell because that's half what you put in, okay? Well, when this goes down 90%, that's 18 grand. You're going to be holding $2,000 instead of the 20 you could have got. But check this out. Let's say it goes down to 10 cents. Okay, it's at 50 now. Let's say it goes down to 10 cents. That's 80% drop, okay? If you sold now and you still like that alt for next cycle, you could buy it at 10 cents. Hang on a second. Oops, that should be $20,000. So you bought 40,000 originally at $1, 40,000 coins. Now it's worth 20,000. You can buy that at 10 cents, and you have 200,000. Even with your 50% loss, you can 5x your total coins. You have 200,000. So now in the next cycle, if it comes back to $1, which is your original entry, you make 200,000 instead of breaking even at 40,000. If you didn't sell your alts early in the cycle, you're screwed, in my opinion. Get rid of them. And if you still like the coin for next cycle, buy it at the bottom. 4 or 5x your coins, then ride it back up to what your break even would be originally, and you'll have 4 to 5x your money instead of thanking the lucky stars and thanking the Lord that you broke even. That's what I would do. Don't round trip your coins. You'll regret it. And then if your coin comes back and it gets to $1 and you sell for a break even, if you do round trip it, trust me, you're going to sell at break even because you're just thankful because your 40 grand went to 2 grand and now back to 40 grand, so you're just thankful to get it back. As soon as you sell at $1 for break even, it's going to rip up to $3 and you're going to be just disgusted with yourself. Don't do that. Sell, rebuy the bottom, resell at your original entry, 5x your money, and it doesn't matter if it goes to $3. You 5x your money. That's how I would play it. That's how I am playing it. I still have some alts. I sold $100,000 worth of alts, but I still have more, and I'm going to sell on this next little baby pump. I'm not round tripping them. Moving down, guys. Guys, set your alert. I'll be in VIP Discord. If we do, I don't think I can go live again today. We've got a lot of stuff to do around the property. But I'll have alerts set. If we do come into this dang green box and we SFP, okay, not just this low. I don't want this low, okay? I don't want the low we set yesterday, guys. Make sure you get the low from November. Make sure that's the SFP. Notice on our swing chart, notice on the swing chart, and I post this for you guys in Discord, I don't even have a swing low level on this one, okay? I don't want this. I don't care. If it takes that and doesn't take this, it takes it without me, okay? But if we come back down, we're not just going to stop here. We're going to take this. Make sure, though, don't front run it. Wait until they take this because they're going to take this when they come back down. 99.9%. They're going to take this when they come back down. Wait for it. Wait for the confirmed SFP of it, too, okay? See what that's going to look like. Yeah, you will actually have, if you come take this, it will be unconfirmed, but if you come take this today, Monday, whatever, come take this and start to move back up to the upside, you will actually have good weekly bullish divergence. Which doesn't mean it has to be a massive move to the upside, okay? We're not looking for that. Everybody's like, oh, but it's weekly. Yeah. You had weekly divergence right here last time too, and that's all you got right there, okay? And that's all you're going to get this time right there, okay? That's all you're going to get. Higher highs, higher lows. I said that wrong. Lower highs, lower lows. All right, you know why? Because, yeah, you got some divergence, but what trumps everything? What trumps everything? Money flow. You got money flow in the red. Money's leaving the asset. So that means subpar, lackluster pumps, stronger dumps. You got to shift that mentality. A lot of guys, a lot of influencers, you know, I used to kind of watch this one guy, and I thought he was a really good trader. So back when I was learning, I thought he was a really good trader. Like I would think we're going up 5% and be like, no, it's 12%, and he would nail it. And then we were coming down into the bear market, we would get these things like weekly dots and weekly divergences, and he'd be like, okay, here we go, 27%, and we would get like 9%. And he would get every single one of them wrong. Now, we got the pump, but his targets were terrible. And I realized he had never traded a bear market before, and he didn't understand that the same signal, the same divergence, the same everything you get on the way up does not play out with that type of intensity on the way down. And he didn't understand that, which is a shame because he's really good. I'm sure he understands it now. But I would try to tell him, like he was asking my opinion, I'd be like, no, bro, we're headed to the bear market. Like you need to cut your target in half, at least. And, you know, I think he got it finally. But anything you think you know, if this is your first bear market, anything you think you know from this bull cycle, when you get signals, cut it in half. Because it's smaller pumps and bigger dumps. And in any move that you're used to seeing on the way up to the downside, any move you're used to seeing, you know, okay, we might come back 6, 7, 8, 10%. Double it. Moves the upside are weaker, the moves the downside are stronger. Trust me. That'll prevent you from, number one, holding on to your trades too long on the way up, and number two, taking profit too soon on the way down. Or just get in the dang VIP Discord and let us walk you through it. We got a good community in there. I'm impressed with you guys. I like how the VIP guys are building each other up, asking each other questions. You guys feel free to share your charts. If you got a chart, you're charting, doing your own TA, share it. Ask them, this is what I see. Anybody see anything different? You guys talk it up. I'm telling you, I'm putting out a short video about how trading as a team is so much better. It's like in the gym if you have a workout partner. If you're by yourself, you might go do a little something. You might not quite know what to do. You might do 4 or 5 sets and stop. But if you had a workout partner, he's going to be like, no, bro, let's try this. I saw this somewhere. This looks good. Let's keep pushing. Come on, 1 more, 2 more, 3 more. Let's go. It's going to encourage you, and then you're going to build it. You're going to feed off each other. We need to grow that live community, and it's getting there. But you guys share some charts. Y'all talk it up. I promise you, I guarantee you, you'll both become better traders. And when you help someone else, when you kind of talk people through, here's my chart, and here's what I think we're going to do, and here's why, you become a better trader yourself because you're educating them, but you're actually building confidence within yourself also. It just works, trust me. So I would highly encourage you guys to try that. I did it. I was in a Discord back in the day, and I would do that stuff, and I became so much of a better trader by doing that. All right, guys, we have any questions? Let's see. I've never actively traded a bear market before like I'm planning on doing now, so it'll be interesting to learn how it is different. It's just the inverse. I mean, literally, it is the inverse. Let's go to the daily. All right, this is our bull market right here, right? Where's our bull market? Let's go to the 3-day. Here's our bull market. This is our bull market, right? I'm going to make it super simple for you. There's our bull market. Boom. Big, thick orange line. Watch this. There's your bear market. That's your bear market. Just like this. And although it may not go to 15K, I'm exaggerating that, but it's going to look just like that. Just like that. And all these little pumps in here, how they're just weak and more. I won't put it back because I know it confused some of you. And how they're just, you would come up here and just little baby pull down, little baby pull down, baby pull down. Big pump up, you're going to see that too. You're going to come down, baby pull up, come down, baby pull up, come down, just like that. And I don't know how, I'm not saying we're going that low or that it's going to take that long, but you get the point. It's going to look exactly the same, inverse. I mean, just look at it here. Just look at it here. Here's our 2022 bear market. Here's our top. You come up, baby pull back up, baby pull back, baby pull back, baby pull back, big spikes up, and then when you come down, boom, big move down, baby pump, big move down, baby pump, big baby, big baby. It's going to look just like that. And you already know our targets, guys. You know our targets. I don't even got to fib it, but I can. You can just look at this and see where it's going. How? How can you just look at it and see where it's going? Of course, anything can happen. But where's the support and resistance, guys? This is just easy. Where's the support and resistance? You got it here. We're in it right now. Support and resistance. But when you break that, where's the support and resistance? Is it here? No. Is it here? Yeah. So you're probably going to get stuck in the mud somewhere in there. Where is the thickest part of it? I don't know. A lot of bottoms right here. This looks pretty bottomy right there. Some bottoms down here. Let's just go with conservative right there where all these bottoms are, right? Right in there. Boom. 58K. That looks good to me. That looks good. See if there's any confluence there. Let's fib it. Let's fib this thing. Look at that. My white line right there, golden pocket. It's just not hard. I could eyeball this and trade this all day long. Just eyeball. Golden pocket right there, right by my white line. Somewhere in there. There's your target. And if you don't think you're coming there, then take profit before. But you're coming there. If you get lucky, And I mean, real lucky. You could stop here, SFP this 0.5, kind of back test the 69K previous high, or excuse me, 69K previous high back here. Best case scenario, but I just don't think so. You're coming down here about 60K, golden pocket area, right into right into this. You got very low right down here of this range. What happens if you get back in this range? Super simple. What happens if you get back in this range, guys? I just want you to be prepared. And we'll talk about this closer till. Be prepared. But then when you get back in this range, which is the next range, right? That is the next range. There is no range between here and there, except the range we're in now. But what happens when you get in this range? I've just extended the lines. You go by the law of the volume profile, right? Law of the volume profile. Let me take the fib off. Never mind the fib. Uh-oh. So when you get in this range, right here, then you confirm in it, you expect to move to the point of control, 63K, right? If you break that, there's your golden pocket area right here, right at value area low, because you're going to value area low. That's just the way it works, right? That's just the way it works. And then you probably bounce around here for several months before breaking out into the next bull run. That's what you're going to do. So right in here is my target. Right in there. Best case scenario, right here. This is where I would look to TP. This is where I would look to close the trade and flip long. This is where I would look to buy my alts. This is where I would look to buy my spot Bitcoin. Okay? And I think we'll be there by fall. I think we'll be, historically, we're going to be here. Let's just assume we kind of go straight down from here. Historically, we're going to be about here within 2 months. Okay, and then you typically do something like this and then go on down, and don't pay attention to timing here. And then that's kind of final capitulation, just like that, before you work your way back up and out, something like that. But you usually dance around right here for a while and then get that one more rip everybody apart before you head out. But you'll have spend some time in this area here, just like you did here. This was a 7-month range. So you could be looking to spend 5, 6, 7 months in here. Believe it. That's how it happens every time. That's how it happens every time. Just like here, you didn't go back to bear market lows. Where did you go? Same little area here, this middle kind of area where you danced around here. This is a couple month range here. Same thing. Same thing. You could throw the range on that, but you came down to it. I mean, you see it clear as day. Came down to it, found some support, kind of bounced, dance around this little range, and then one little final, screw everybody, and move up and out of there for the bull market. But same thing. You're going to dance around that range for a couple months. And then one little capitulation, wipe everybody out who was trying to long this, thinking this was the bottom. Wipe those guys out. Quick move up and out of there. I expect the exact same thing. Okay, guys, that's it for me today. I'm going to get out of here. If anything happens, if we do come take that low, if we do come take this low right here, I don't expect it. But if we do, I'm going to be ready in Discord. I'll let you guys know. I don't think I can go live, but I'll let you know if I take the trade and what I'm looking for, okay? Other than that, we're here, guys. Get your accounts ready. Babylon is coming. If we get the confirmation tomorrow, I'll plan to go live for the close tomorrow. So if you guys want, join me. I'll plan to go live. Something happens, I'll let you know in advance in Discord that I'm not going to be able to go live. But, yeah, if we get that confirmation tomorrow, we are T-minus 2 weeks from Babylon. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. The Lord has been good to us today. I will see you guys